Jin, whatever I do it to protect you. So you understand?
I understand.
Buckle your seatbelt because it's time for even more on Rogue One, a Star Wars story. Earlier on, we saw the cast discussing how awesome it is to be in the franchise, but we haven't heard director Gareth Edwards' take on the project yet. During the preparation stages, he did extensive research, not only on the other films, but also on history in general.
I think it's funny because people think of Star Wars as like the future and lasers and stuff, but it's not at all. It's always been very grounded and historical in its influences. The second you start analysing costumes or guns in Star Wars, they all have an historical influence. What I found so interesting is you go around like, you know, the prop department, they got the weapons out, and there's your favourite gun from Star Wars, and then they show you a gun from World War II, and they're pretty much identical. And like everything, you know, even Han Solo's gun is pretty much a gun like from World War II era, with a few things stuck on it.
You want to get out of here?
Our rebellion is all that remains to push back the Empire. You think you might be able to help us?
When was the last time you were in contact with your father?
What is this?
One of the things that makes Star Wars stand out from other sci-fi films is the use of real sets and props. This came as a bit of a surprise to the actors, as they were expecting a whole lot more green screens and CGI.
When we land our U-wing, they hooked us up to a crane and basically flew us in the air, and when we landed, we actually landed on the planet. And we looked out the window saying, oh, look, we got trouble there, and 1, 2, 3, 4, lots of stormtroopers, this is, here we are.
It is a huge project, right? And you can drown in it. You were sitting here in one of the sets, and it's outstanding, right? This is probably cost the same as 2 Danish films, just this set, right? So it's enormous, but at the same time, you feel as if it's a small film in the sense that Gareth comes up to us, we discuss the scenes, we treat the scenes as if it was any other film, even though we know that the surroundings are different, right?
If my father built this thing, we need to find him.
All right. How many do I need?
Everything works, everything's real, you know? The markets are happening, the creatures are walking, you know, the creatures, the work behind those characters is incredible. They have these masks that are controlled by someone with a joystick far away that is looking at the scene, so you're talking to them and they're reacting to you. Yeah, I mean, my job was just to react.
They are requesting a call sign. It's, Rogue One.
You don't need to be superhuman to affect the world for the better. Like, the idea that only Jedi can do anything good or significant in the world is, I think, the wrong lesson of Star Wars.
That might be so, but being a Jedi sure does help. If you're curious if the Force is strong with the new protagonist, then head off to the movies and check out Rogue One, a Star Wars story.
We'll take the next chance. And the next. You're rebels, aren't you?
Save the rebellion! Save the dream!
Like what you see? Subscribe to our channel for more exclusive clips.